In a world where so many remakes are being made, some of them are like really unnecessary, such as like the good movies that have been critically acclaimed in the past. They are unnecessarily being rebooted and remade it in the modern cinema. In my point of view, I don't agree with this. In my personal opinion, I think the movies that should be remade, those movies that were negatively received by the critics, I think these films deserve to be remade. But the problem is nowadays, so we only see a lot of big products like Star Wars or all entire Marvel stuff, and sometimes a few films that are based on simply on the adult novel, or I don't know, young adult novel and all that stuff, which is quite oversaturated. However, there are a few films that is coming this year that I genuinely excited for. One of them is Dune. The reason that I'm excited for the movie Dune is because when I was a kid, I saw the David Lynch's version of Dune. So so many people, especially the critics, they simply trashed the film. When I was a kid, when I saw it, I genuinely love it. Sure, the effects at the time, because it's a 1970s film, and the effects, it wasn't there. It's a film, it's a book, really ahead of its time, and I think making Dune at that time, it was way too early to make it. But fortunately, nowadays every single film can be well polished, by the visual effects or cinematography. Everything is now already possible. And in my general opinion, I think the new Dune by Denis Villeneuve will be a much better and improved version of David Lynch. This without a doubt. I saw some articles that they say that the Dune is gonna be like the new franchise, like the Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. I generally disagree, because sure, the book can be big, but you cannot make like split the book like in three parts like The Hobbit did. It's simply gonna fall into that how can I say, uncanny valley, like the first part is the strongest like of the series, and then it's gonna start plumbing, just like the It books, or in this case the films, the It, by Stephen King book is only a single book, but unfortunately Warner Brothers, I mean, not only love Warner Brothers, the entire film industry, they love money. I mean, who doesn't love money, but unfortunately, in order to cash out more, they decided to split it to both parts, which something that Warner Brothers do best, split, or three parts or two parts, I don't know. I think I pretty damn sure that they're gonna split the book in two parts, which is I'm gonna confess gonna be kind of annoyed, especially if they gonna add in the film few parts that is not in the book or in the David Lynch's version. um, I think it's gonna be a little bit of unnecessary to add like some kind of a fillers to in order to make like the film longer, like the It did. I think in my point of view, this is gonna ruin the film. But if it's gonna be ruined or it's gonna be massive improvement by Denis Villeneuve, um, I think it's gonna be decent, But I personally excited for the Dune. Now, the next movie that I wanted to talk about is Green Knight. Um, so a short disclaimer: I never read the story or the poem which this film is gonna be based on. The Green Knight, the second trailer, specially, which it was released today. It's really, really looking really, really good. Okay, in case you don't know, I genuinely love this kind of medieval era fantasy films, such as, Lord of the Rings or The Chronicles of Narnia. Unfortunately, I don't love much Game of Thrones because, first off, it's a TV show, with so many fucking seasons, and I'm not a person who has, the patience and time to spend like a day or week just to watch, just to have a marathon by watching the entire TV show. I'm not that kind of guy. Simply go to love. I love to going into cinemas, and having an experience. I don't like watching movies in my house. Okay, going back to the Green Knight, the first trailer already captivated me because um, judging by the trailer, I know sometimes I'm very speculative with the trailer, especially when the product that is been already made it, like for example of Mortal Kombat, the reason that I was the reason that I didn't saw Mortal Kombat because I already know that Mortal Kombat has been already made it, in 1995. So I was already foresighting, that it it won't be like that great, yes, I really didn't I genuinely didn't wasn't that excited for Mortal Kombat, but for the Green Knight, I'm excited because I never saw any I never saw any movie based on the poem, Of course there's a 1973 from the same title guy one and the Green Knight. So the studio is A24. Oh, another reason that I'm excited for it's the minimalistic and the cinematography and the way that it was shot. Uh, in my personal opinion, it's beautifully shot, and there are a few scenes from the trailer that you we can see the giants, walking around. It immersed me into this, fantasy world, a medieval fantasy world, which it's my personal interest, that this is one of the main reasons that I'm excited for the Green Knight. So yeah, anyway folks, these are my films that I genuinely excited for this year, and what are yours that you're scheduled for this year? Let me know in the comment below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm gonna try to improve my content, especially on the film movie maker. I'm gonna try to add more like visual styles on the video. I'm gonna remake my I'm gonna remake both movies. No, as three movies from M Night Shyamalan's that I did in previously, but I'm gonna improve it for better. I'm gonna like make some illustrations to make to make you a better idea on what is my vision for this film. So anyway, folks, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in another video.